Hello YouTube and welcome back to Hole! Today we'll at least be starting out some maintenance as I desperately need food to keep myself going. We're running back to base now. So that'll be good. And then I'm getting like so many notifications at once. We're gonna grab food on the way back and get a bunch of pickaxes and use that to get us to the future. Keep an eye out for fish on the way as well. That's on your 74th pump, Nate. I am so sorry. I'm gonna need a new sword as well. I'm very scattered to start, but I'm sure I will settle in. Okay. I have to make sure I don't perish to hunger during this run back as well. Yeah, warp. Yeah, Jesus Christ, brother. Stop it. I am checking. There's some fish. Okay. And I can't even sprint to them. But that also means I can't sprint out of the water, though. Alright, hold on. Let me just eat this. So I can get a little bit of motion in the ocean here. I honestly might take it easy until we get back and then get stuff from where base is, because that way I can make a new sword there. So maybe that's what I do. I just do my best to get back without not being able to sprint half the time, and then we'll deal with stuff when we get back. I'm gonna not jump on my way back as well. I will just regular sprint. We'll see if that helps at all. That's a watch streak too. Nate up to 5 stream watch streak. Huge. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate you and your consistency with checking on in. I hope everyone's having a good day. Today, I have had a very busy day. And I'm, like I mentioned already, I'm a little frazzled, a little off my game, a little tired. But I'm excited to chill out and get back to this just nuts and bolts kind of stuff where I don't have to think as hard. I am already out of food again. Okay. So, this is going to be annoying. Walk back is going to be longer than advertised. I also have to take my socks off because I'm getting the thing where I have like a, I guess you could call it like cold sweats, but like not really. But it is, you know, cold and I'm feeling clammy, I guess, on my feet. So even though my feet are cold, it's still better to have socks off than on, it feels like. Whoa, there's an Enderman coming, so I have to just stare at the floor until I pass it. Because I am not in any position to be fighting it right now. Oh. Alright. We're good. I'm not even at full health right now. Jeez Louise. But tomorrow, chat, I get to not only see Limes, who I actually haven't seen in about 3 weeks, because we've both been very busy. And then I also get to see Limes' new puppy, which I am very excited to meet Lucy, the new puppy. Dog, indeed. A new member of the family, Lucy, I get to meet. Lucy is very young. I think like 3 months old, I think. I'd have to double check that with Limes again. But something like that. And is a black lab mixed with a little bit of, what was it? It's might be Doberman? Yo! Is that Pastry? Hi, Pastry. Pastry gifting a sub to Lucy the puppy. Oh, that's very sweet. Can somebody take a screenshot of that and send it to me on Discord so I can send it to Limes? She will very much appreciate seeing that. I get to see Lucy tomorrow, and I'm very happy for it. And I'm very appreciative of sub Pastry. Thank you for that gift sub. Yeah, it's yeah, mostly black lab, a little bit of, I believe, Doberman. It was just, I remember it was being some big dogs. I knew like, oh, it's gonna get a little bigger than advertised. I'm pretty sure that, but yes, it is gonna be a puppy for sure, for sure. Apparently Lucy is already teething on her own leash, which is not great. So they're trying to keep shoving toys in her mouth to keep her away from that. And apparently she has a little bit of an itch problem right now, so they're getting that checked out. But otherwise things are going well. And I'm very excited to meet the new pup. Limes' cat, Griffy, Griffin the cat, is not completely okay with the new dog yet. They're not like fighting or anything. The Griffin's being very careful around Lucy and sometimes gets a little puffy tail and does a stare down. So they're gonna have to get used to each other over time, but they're definitely taking that acclimation easy and easing into it. Oh, and Nate, it's fun when I was for work today. I was working from home, and so usually when I'm working from home, I throw on YouTube videos while I'm working to have in the background. And today, in my journey to get through Ray's VODs and do them sequentially because my brain tells me to, I got to the Mario Party you did with him in November. So I'm like halfway through that, I think, that VOD. That was fun to see a familiar face. Well, hear a familiar voice, I guess. Or something happened putting you in the clip comp. God. But yeah, it was the Mario Party you did with Ray, Glasses, and Spencer. The Mario Party. That's what you guys should have called it. Did anyone ever think of that? Mario Party? Just sounds like you have an Italian accent. Mario Party. But I don't know if I've gotten to the clip comp clip yet for it. But I will also get reminded of it when I get to the clip comp, which is also coming up in the list of things for me to check out. You'll need to suggest that next time? Hell yeah. You can have that one. It'll help you more than me. You can have it. 7. That's the right age for wheat. I literally had to look up how to tell when the wheat's fully grown in Minecraft because I'm so bad at it. Hey, come back in here. There you go. Right. Any more XP? No, okay. Oh, now this is grown. Cool. There. Okay, what else do I have left for food right now? Most of these are plants, not food. Okay. We move the actual plantage up here. Keep the food lower. Keep the middle in middle. Yeah, not a lot going on. I'm gonna use some of these wheat seeds to get more chickens going, though. And an egg for my troubles. I thank you. Because chicken would be helpful to have, so I don't have to keep farming normally. Okay, and then we'll just do that. Sweet. Alright, now I can make myself a little bit of bread to hold myself over while I hunt for more food. Okay, let me make myself a new sword. Like a couple swords, and then we'll just go slicing fish for now. And that'll be how I get back out of the red for food. Come on, check fish. There are some over here, okay. Oh, this is kind of close to the undersea temple. I gotta be a little careful around here, I guess. There's stuff like under my thing. Okay. Just so I can keep track of what I got. There's a little more. Nice. Alright, there goes my sword. Back to the stone. Nice. Alright. Still gonna take a while, because I'm gonna probably want to get a couple stacks worth of food going. But it's still helpful. Yum, yum. Really? Get marker to fish? Oh my god. Get up! Cringe. markers. I gotta go. Cringe. That's not take damage. Okay. Whoop. Still that one down here. Really? It's so bad at hitting fish all of a sudden. Okay. Now let's head back. Base. Start cooking up some of these so I can start munching them. Target acquired. Cringe. My timing's off. Another school over here we can go for it. That's a little bold to go from that far away. Okay. Alright. Health back up to full for the first time in a while. Very nice. Got a couple of fish out there. Seven eggs, let's go. And I got one for my troubles. Could be worse, could be better. At least I'm going to be in the area enough that I'll probably be able to run out the timer for them to be able to repopulate again. Which is sweet. Alright. Yeah, this is just gonna go for a bit. Let's look around for more victims. I mean, food. That was easy. They came up to the surface for me. One good thing about being around an ocean, pretty much infinite food, because they will just keep spawning. I've kind of them boxed in here too. We take those. will have to go sleep though, since I do not want drowned. Very nice. Okay, let's go CPs. Damn it. Alright, y'all ready for more? Some of y'all are. Take those. Alright. That is helpful. Alright. There's drown there, but it's daytime, so they should hibernate or something. I don't know. Nothing around here. Wild. Decent spawn rates. Alright, I think I'm gonna break this sword, and then we'll be good with what we have for now. You not? I don't want to make this harder for me to get out of, but I guess I can. So if I do that, then I can do this, and then I just hop out. Okay. I think that's better. Let's see if that actually helps or not. There are a couple of caught out there I can go for. A couple out there I can go for. Anything a little closer to home? Probably not until I walk around a little bit and respawn things. Okay. Group over here seemed like the larger group of the two groups. More bone meal, huh? Sure, man. In a perfect world, I would have a food source that generates even when I don't have blocks loaded in. Like, I have the wheat. I could expand the wheat farm, but, like, also, I'm not really around here to make use of it. I'm out of the zone more than I'm in the zone. Up. Anything else around here worth my time? Yes, since you're right here. Okay, so they can still get out. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, yeah, this timer seems to reset pretty quickly for them to reproduce. I'll say it. Big group of fish. Let's go. And my night mode turned on my PC, so it's a little harder for me to see underwater. So that's why I might be like moving weirdly. So I'm just not able to see as well. And I could just turn off the night mode, but also less blue light sounds good to me.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Nate Dog. Welcome in. Anyone else? Grab these over here. There's some more fish over here I can grab. And hopefully this will be it for my pickaxe, or my sword. That's my cutoff point that I've given myself here. Nice. All right. Pick up the rest of my spoils here and then go cook them up. Prep my inventory and then get ready to head back out to keep expanding the hole. Do, I guess, the cod first. Okay. Okay, cook those up. Those are cooked and good to go. There's some more crops. That wasn't ready yet, was it? Oops. Okay. Let's tend to these guys one more time. Maybe next time I get back, it'll be time for another culling close to it. Continue with that. I'm pretty sure we planted everything, right? Yeah. Minus that one that's been broken for how many parts now, and I just refuse to fix it. Okay. I'll bring a shovel or two with me, too. In case I come across something that needs it. Alright, and then let's just make a ton of pickaxes. And be ready to be back on our way. That'll do. Okay. Here are more eggs. Alright, it's gonna keep being more eggs. I can't take the time right now. So I don't need to put away still. Okay. Misc, nothing. Valuables, nothing. Wood, nothing. Go. I'll put this piece of bread away. Wheat seeds back. I'll need to cook those. I'll keep the rest of the cod on me. I will keep the other stuff there. This will go here. Okay. Okay. Mob drops are here. Others. Okay. Rest of this cobble away. It's over a stack, but that's fine. Inventory set up as best I can. My phone while I have a second while things are cooking. Thanks for love on Blue Sky today as well, friendos. salmon's going. One last egg sash. Don't worry, chat. The clucking will be done soon. I'll be moving away from this zone for a while. Still not ready, right? Never tell. Yeah, okay. And then, yeah. Put away the rest of this cooked food on my way out. That'll be that. You know, let me get my inventory, like, better. Quote unquote better, not that it really matters. I've heard a lot of pops. I'm actually gonna do the eggs one more time. Really only 4? Thought I heard more. Okay. And we're ready to go. Oh well. Alright. Throw this stuff away on my way out. Yes. Cool. Alright, happy with my inventory now. Let's go! Continuing our progress on our outside wall here. Nom 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 nom. More fishy bites. Cool. Alright. Skirt. Almost back. Of course, it's almost nighttime again now, too. Rip. Alright, we're back. I'm gonna continue on this big ol' iceberg. Okay, I immediately heard a zombie coming for me. I'm sure that won't be an issue in a minute. I don't know why I didn't fill my entire inventory full of pickaxes, I'm realizing now. There's no reason I really couldn't have. Hey, it's a good thing I brought my shovel. Nice. Nice. I was not confident I could make that. I went for it anyway. Okay. I have the tippy top where I need to be. Start digging down. Okay. Ah. Unfortunate. Nice. Okay, one down. Okay. Now, the only thing left for this iceberg is this staircase and the ground it lives on. God, the RNG on some of these ice noises is jarring. Wow. Yeah, I'm upset I didn't bring more pickaxes. It's a big L on my part. And as a part of this process, I'm also going to be doing the underwater part of the iceberg, so I can hopefully carry less pickaxage when I finally get back to placing blocks instead of breaking them. So, here we go with that. Jesus. Not bring enough pickaxes. Okay, that's just regular ice again. All right. Yum. Now it's snowing. Bruh. Okay, got. Yep. Almost got out of there unscathed. But I did not. Two floats. Oh, cool. I was one away. That's just my luck, huh? Up. Nailed it. Yum. Not risking it. don't know where this zombie is, but it's annoying. And with the last block? Alright, whatever. It's to be... Alright, well, I guess it is turning daytime. The zombie either burns or shuts up or something. Alright, it's burning somewhere. That works. Oops. Zombie dies, finally. Always the last one. Oh, too late. I did finish it. I didn't realize I finished it. Easier one. I got stuck. Nice. Still have plenty to go, though. Holy. Risking it. Yep. Just as I expected. What's that buzzing? Like humming or whatever that was. Still going. Interesting. Is it the song? Every time. Can't see anything. On my orange night mode. My PC. Alright, almost done with this iceberg, then we can move on to the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And the next one. SpongeBob on the Brinks. That was one of Ray's VODs I watched recently. Patrick Star game or whatever he played. Sneak peek at some of these blocks here. Oh, well, that didn't work the one I wanted to do. Okay, we're going. Almost out of this pickaxe too now. I should have prepared better. Yeah, God. Laid myself. One block again. Sloppy. Whoopsies. All right, we did it. This iceberg's done. And immediately on to the next one. One's much less big. Hope it doesn't go as deep. Okay. Alright, at least a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna be an old man for a second and get a pillow for my lumbar. Looks like I can reach it without even getting up, but feel it. Feel the need for some more back support. Ugh. Just the way I'm sitting. The good news is my physical therapy has been going well. It is just, you know, tiring because it's meant to be tiring. Really stretch everything out, get everything into place, all that good stuff. So I feel it mostly in my shoulders and my neck, because that's where the majority of the stretches and such and exercises happen. Focusing on that, I've been focusing on my breathing. So my ribs might actually be sore tomorrow from the breathing exercises. I'll have to check on that in the morning. Alright, pushed a little bit. Ouch. Okay, iceberg's done. To the next one. Alright, a little longer, but not as big as the first one either. I'm also only down to 3 pickaxes left. Hell. This is not going too badly. It is. Putting into my pickaxes. Why didn't I just bring 30 pickaxes? What's wrong with me? It's like an eclipse. Jeez. Alright, on to the next iceberg, and this one will be where I run out of pickaxe, it seems. Comes with its own overhang. Overhangs on both sides, that's not very helpful. There's like a cave going through this one. Whatever. Whatever, man. Figured out. Alright, well, I have the stairs to get back up there, so let's, get higher up here. Come on. Corner jumps aren't easy, but come on. Nope. Ouch. Ow. There we go. Jeez Louise. Okay. Jump now, at least. Okay. That's all the way down there, so we'll deal with that when we get down there. Okay. Alright. So that overhang's gone. This overhang should be at least workable. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright. That's all she wrote. And I'm gonna do this to remind myself exactly where I was so I don't have to pay attention coming back. But yeah, we gotta run back. So off we go again. Unfortunate. I played myself. I get to play on my phone again now. Yay. Yo, what up, Bracey? That's on your 119th pop. Sheesh. Hope you've been doing well, buddy. Congrats on making it to another weekend. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. How did PT go? So far, so good. This was my first full week of PT, quote unquote full week, because I do it 3 times a week. So I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's good. I'm using a lumbar pillow now because it is still making me sore and taxing muscles that aren't used to being taxed. And I'm feeling a lot in my shoulders as well. My shoulders and my neck. But hopefully, in a few weeks, it'll start feeling better versus worse. I mean, I didn't even have any, like, pain or even really discomfort from anything. It's just the fact that I have mild scoliosis in my spine. So I need to strengthen everything around it to kind of get it back into shape. What even do is basically work out more of a bad massage. Well, it's interesting. So it's multiple things. It's essentially 3 different stages for each appointment that I go through. So when I first go in, I get literally just a massage, and it's not even a bad massage. It's not like a punishing massage. It's a pretty normal massage. She has like a medical grade massage gun that she uses on my back, mostly my upper back, and my shoulders, and a little bit on my neck. So I do that. That's probably 10 minutes or so of that. And then, yeah, it's technically called a massage gun, unfortunately. But then after that, we do, I think it's NMES is what it is the mnemonic for it. I don't remember what it stands for. But it is small, like, electro stimulation, using just electrodes on my upper back and shoulders and neck. And I also have a a big old ice pack placed on the top of my back with it as well. So it's electric stimulation and cold stimulation. Don't shoot. Like one of those drill-looking ones. Yes, that's exactly what it is, Braysky. One of those. I actually have one of those myself too. I got it as a gift for my birthday, I think, this year. One of Lime's relatives. But yeah, then I have the electric stimulation with the cold stimulation. And that is, yes, on my upper back. It's just a little device that she programs, and it like pulsates with the stimulation on my upper back, and it makes my the muscles in my neck, shoulders, and back involuntarily activate and stimulate. And it's a very, very weird feeling. And it is a little uncomfortable as well. But what it's really doing is it's working the muscles for me, so I don't have to as much. And also, it is getting my neuromuscular system used to those kind of impulses, to hopefully have it chill out and, you know, react normally instead of whatever it's doing now. So that should also theoretically help with my nervous system issues that I have. Is this to do with the fatigue thing, or is that something different? Right, so that's a perfect segue. So technically, the physical therapy that I'm doing, the reason it was prescribed or ordered for me is because of the scoliosis in my back, the very mild scoliosis that I have. However, in talking with the physical therapist, she has geared it in a way that it has the highest chance of also helping with that, with me having exercise intolerance and overall energy problems. The scoliosis itself could be causing, at least in part, some of the energy problems that I have, because since it's a curvature of the spine, it is not in the right place exactly, so it may be pushing on things in my upper back area, upper back and neck area, which could be taxing my body enough to cause problems with my overall energy that I have available. I think that's a good recounting of how it was explained to me. So the whole scoliosis therapy could be helping with that just as a whole. But also, the third part of the physical therapy that I'm doing is actually like stretches and exercising. It'd be crazy if that's what's happening. It would be. It's almost definitely not the whole story to it, because it's very improbable that I've been dealing with this scoliosis for the last 13 years, which is when I've been experiencing the energy and exercise intolerance problems that I have. So that would be absurd, to put it lightly. But this should at least help some things, you know, if it can't help everything. That would go perfectly. Let me pick these up. There we go. Yeah. So then, yes, the third part of the physical therapy, after I have the regular massage and then the electric stimulation and cold stimulation, I do a set of exercises. It starts out with the neck. So I do exercises where I literally just put my head to one side and then to the other side, and like hold it for 10 seconds each direction. I do that for 2 minutes. All of these are for 2 minutes. And then the next thing I do is I look left and then look right. And the third one is I look up and I look straight. You don't think you have scoliosis? Sometimes you do be like leaned over like a shrimp. Yeah, I mean, technology definitely hasn't helped in general, especially phones and that kind of stuff. But I'm usually pretty cognizant of my how I'm sitting and how I'm standing. So I don't know how this happened. I don't know when it happened, but it's a thing. I'm getting it looked at least. So I do the 3 neck exercises. I do shoulder exercises. I start with shoulder shrugs, which doesn't sound that bad, but if you're just shrugging for 2 minutes straight, it starts to hurt if you like go all the way up with the shrug and then let it drop, and you're doing that for 2 minutes. I challenge everybody to try that. You will feel it in your shoulders and in your neck. That shit is not easy. I thought it was gonna be easy, and then I was like a minute in, and I'm like, why am I on fire? Why am I burning? So I do that, and then I do another shoulder exercise, which is I have my arms down, then I bend at the elbow to have my arms up front, and then I just turn them outward. My physical therapist, just to put a name to it, calls it opening the window. And then I do another shoulder one where I have my arms straight out in front of me at chest level, all the way out, so that my hands are together. And then I move them away from me to the sides, like toward my back, keeping my arms straight and my hands out. And I'm also supposed to, during that, this one was one that was specifically flagged. I'm supposed to have my hands facing outward, so they'll like really point behind me when I'm doing it. Because for me, I also reported sometimes having like tingles in my fingers and things like that. And that could go along with my nervous system problems. And one of the ways to work toward that and to quote unquote fix it is this one stretch. Because when I have my hands facing outwards like that, it's actually stretching not only like my muscles, but it's also stretching the nerves that run all the way down into my fingertips. And I can feel that too, and that's a weird feeling to feel and know exactly what's happening, that my nerves are being stretched. It's a very weird thing to think about and feel. But that should help me with the tingles of my fingers specifically, and overall nervous system stuff. And then after those exercises, I do a few more arms-based ones. I do putting my arms out on my sides and then up the front all the way over my head, and just like putting my arms up that way. And then I do one where I do the arms to the sides. Like I have my arms at my sides and I go out to the sides all the way up till my hands are over my head. And I do that. And then there's the one I do with the aeroplane. So it's my hands, my arms out straight to my sides at chest level. And I just turn from the waist up. I guess, you know, from like the feet up, technically I'm turning, I'm just not moving my feet. And I turn left, and then I turn right. There might be one or two other ones that I'm forgetting about or missing, but those are the main ones I've been doing so far. And today we added in breathing exercises specifically for those as well, which is adding another layer to what it's supposed to help, because it's supposed to help expand like my lungs and my rib cage and stuff like that as well, and make sure all of that's settled properly. And explaining my exercise intolerance and stuff to the physical therapist, and like the feeling I get when I'm, you know, not able to continue. She said that breathing could be a bigger part of it than I realize. So we're doing very strict breathing exercises during these as well. And she said I should try doing like a meditation / breathing session at least once a day to make sure I'm breathing properly, take stock of how my body's feeling, make sure I'm not like clenching any muscles that I shouldn't be just when I'm sitting around. And then there's a couple walking exercises I do as well, which is for just general coordination and I guess just the brain connection a bit more. So I walk sideways, so I shuffle like left to right, and I put my arms out during the step, and then when I bring my legs back together, I put my arms back down. And I step like that all the way down one direction, and then I come back the other way down a hallway. And then another one we did was take a step with my right foot, but raise my left arm as I'm doing it, and then alternate and walk like that. And then I also did the the common like sobriety test one, where you put one foot in front of the other in a straight line, like a tight rope walk kind of thing. So those are the main like exercises I've been doing for like that third part of my sessions. And it's just a lot of exercise / stretches. It's targeting very specific muscles and areas of my body continuously. And then we've added in that breathing component as well, which further complicates things and makes it tough. But my physical therapist says I've been doing great so far. Just got to keep at it. We're going to keep building the intensity and hopefully get to a place where my spine gets back to the shape it's supposed to be. And And then I'll probably have to go back to the neurologist after that to keep looking at the rest of my nervous system stuff. To see what else we can do for that specifically. But yeah, it's a good step on my health journey, we'll say. What I've been up to lately. So I have appointments scheduled for the next 2 weeks. 3 next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the next week, just Wednesday, Friday, as of now at least, because Monday, I'm supposed to be called in for jury duty. So I have to go deal with that on the Monday, and hope I don't get called back, and have to miss more work and more appointments. Because, like, I've been like, straight up enjoying the physical therapy. Obviously, like, the massage and the stimulation is at least nice, if not good, you know? It's relaxing, it's calm. But it takes a long time to do that, and then all the exercises. And the physical therapist office is like at least 20 minutes away on a good day. And I don't drive. So for me, that means an expensive Uber in each direction. This is a 20-minute drive. So it does require me, when I have physical therapy, to take a half day off from work for it. Not even just a couple hours, like a full half day. So I've been spending $40 per Uber in one direction, so $80 a day for physical therapy. The physical therapy itself, I don't think I have to pay anything for, because it's covered by my insurance. Or at least I haven't received the bill yet for it. So yeah, so I get to sleep in a little bit later, not by much, but like half an hour later. I have to take a half day off from work. I have a 20-minute Uber each way. That is $40 each way. And then I've missed out on half a day of work, but I'm still expected to have a full days of work of deliverables done. Because only my direct supervisor, of course, knows, you know, why I'm taking this time and stuff like that. So, I don't have deliverables just for her. So for everybody else, they're like, well, you had X days. But I have to tell them, like, no, I was not here this day, this day, this day, this morning, this morning, this morning. There's no buses or trains. The infrastructure's not there, Braysky. I could maybe find a bus that would get me closer the right direction, but I'd still probably have to walk 5 minutes to the bus stop in either direction. There'd still be, like, bus fare and stuff. There's definitely no train like that. We don't have that many tracks for that kind of thing. But no, it's really not feasible to use public transportation for this. The only quote-unquote good thing is that for my taxes, I can write off medical-related expenses, which include travel. So I can write off the Ubers to and from my doctor's appointments as deductions for medical expenses on my taxes. But I was looking into that a little bit, and I think you can only start using the deductions once your medical bills cross more than 7% of your gross income for a year. And even though it's a lot, unless I have to do like months of physical therapy, I'm not going to cross that threshold. So I do kind of just have to eat these Ubers and spend $80 a day on Ubers 3 times a week just to go to the doctor, essentially. And a public transit, yeah. Yeah, I wish public transit was better. I mean, it's still useful for me. I still do like the train, and I still do use it fairly often to go into New York. But even though Jersey has a decent public transit system, it's not good enough. Come on. Doing this to get more blocks without having to breathe for it. That blue ice? Oh. But yeah. like I said, overall, the PT has been good for me. I think it will help. I have to... Next time I go in, I am going to ask how long I'm projected to be doing it for. Because I never really asked. My initial, like, order from my neurologist said 2 to 3 times a week for 3 to 4 weeks. But that can always be extended if the physical therapist determines I need more. So I feel like we're going to do the 3 to 4 weeks. They might send me for another x-ray after that to see if there's been any noticeable improvement. And then decide whether to send me for more or not. But regardless, I'm at least learning these exercises. And I can do these exercises on my own because they're literally just body exercises. So that's still nice to have on my back pocket if I think I need more for myself. Blue ice, blue ice. But yeah, shit's expensive, and I'm not, you know, I'm definitely gonna be in the red this month. But hopefully, it's just this month, and then I can go back to at least breaking even. Yeah, when you were in high school, took Alaska Community College, you needed to take 2 buses and train to get there. Would have been like a 15-minute drive. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's no reason I can't be driving, except for the fact that I haven't taken the time and effort to go, you know, earn my license. Then even then, you know, it would be probably possible. I could probably make it work financially to get, you know, a car. Not a good one, but a car. Then I'd have to... Even just having somewhere to keep it, because at the apartment building I'm at, it would cost me like $100 a month just to park my car. Which is very wild. I don't think NJ Transit got much better since then. No, I mean, NJ Transit's just running what it's got. It hasn't really expanded or done anything like better. It's just been kind of in a holding pattern, IMO. But the rates have gotten worse. I've had to pay more per ticket for the trains. But yeah, I mean, for me, for high school, I also, of course, I didn't drive in high school. And I went to high school, technically it was in another state. It was all said and done only, again, about 20 minutes away probably. But it was across state lines, and I, you know, took a bus sometimes, but other times my parents had to drive me, and that was just also a mess. And a lot of time and effort that was not well used. Yeah, in college, I went to a college that had a good transportation system. And although it was the campus was spread pretty far apart, I was able to navigate it well because of the good system they had set up. And for work, I'm also able to take public transportation, so. I'm not going to say exactly what school I went to, but it is a college in New Jersey, so. I will leave it at that. Oops, need to breathe. Skirt. Okay. Almost. Well, no, we're not actually. Almost done with this iceberg. We still got a bit to go. All right. God, almost still doing the blue ice though. No, I'm just gonna go up for this. And up we go. Community college, you feel like most people in New Jersey do? Yeah. I do know a lot of the New Jersey colleges. do set up their campuses pretty well. Yeah, I was technically on campus all 4 years of my undergrad. But they had some, like, apartments that were, you know, it wasn't dorm style, it was just owned by the university. So I was still kind of living in an apartment for the last, actually it was for the last 3 years of college for me. I also was in college during, COVID, so I did spend some of it home with virtual university. But when I was away from home, it was first year dorms and then apartment style living the rest of the time. Alright, let's look at like what, 7, 8 more? Bruh. Yeah. Off we go. You know, I did really enjoy my college years, though. I kept myself busy. I did a lot. I had a student job through it. It helped me get a job right out of college. Pretty solid experience. I would call it a 7 or 8 out of 10. Definitely better than high school. A lot of that was just having my own autonomy, which you don't get in high school. I liked college so much, I'm doing a master's. 1 more year left. Classes start. Well, that's dramatic. My classes start in like 3 weeks. That was an omen. Yeah, as soon as I start talking about my masters, the heavens open up and Thor tries to smite me. Yeah, maybe I don't get this degree. I think I should stream more and not go back. God. The good news is well, bad news into good news. So I have 2 classes this semester coming up that are at least partially in person. So at least 1 day of the week of the session is supposed to be in person. That's the bad news. So that's supposed to be Tuesday, Wednesday for me. My evenings. Yikes. But the good news is that my one class already put out like the schedule for the class. That is loud. They already put out like the schedule for the class, and the professors are only making us come into onto campus 4 times throughout the whole semester, out of like the 13 or 14 weeks or whatever. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that my other class is also like that, but it's a different professor, so who knows. I have to wait for the syllabus to pop up for that class. Has not yet. Ow. So I will still not, it's not like I'll stream those days necessarily, because I'll, still have homework for classes and stuff. But it's better odds, and it's less travel for me, which is a big plus. Travel is one of the least enjoyable parts of my life right now. I'm just gonna go back up. Gonna risk it. Bam, 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 bam. Love Deltarune. Oh. Might some more just standing here. Nice. Yeah. Jesus. Got him like in the water slash ice, so it's not gonna like set me on fire or anything really. Or the world around me on fire. That struck like really close. Wild. Bum, bum, bum. Xylophone goes hard in this. Two more, and then this iceberg is donezo. Alright. Now I get to run through the storm. Okay. The grass and stuff is fine. It's just if there's ice slash water or gaps in the floor otherwise. I have to worry about. And I mean, I'm going to fill up the rest of the water blocks with stone. I just wanted to go through and do the demo portion first so I don't have to carry both pickaxes and blocks on me. The prof wanted to stay home too. Exactly, yeah. And I mean, the weeks we aren't in person, we're just going to have like discussion posts and stuff like that. Yeah, the modern day college experience, online discussion boards. But it should at least be tolerable. Not too crazy. I mean, I might have overdone my pickaxes this time. Wow. Piggyback off that line of thinking. What are you thinking, Nate Dogg? What do you got? Unless I missed an obvious punchline and then, goddamn it. On every discussion board, there's... Oh! Right. I mean, that's the formula, right? Formula for discussion posts. I agree or I disagree. Here's why. Thanks for posting. Something like that. Like, I mean, so many people in my undergrad just said, I agree, and like, end sentence, end post. I was like, well, huh. But at least for the grad level, they make us interact a little bit more, so it's slightly more worth my time to do. Well, the good news is if I don't have anywhere else to use these pickaxes, I sure will in a bit. They will not go to waste forever. What did I pick up? Rotten flesh, alright. Fair enough, I suppose. Why did I get it? Oh. Huh. Did you guys hear those Teams messages, chat? Whoops. Yeah, sorry about that. Actually, yeah, that was Renly. Let me say hi. I'm probably not gonna do that. They know I stream, but that's about where I'm gonna leave it. Okay. There still might be one or two more, chat, but one of my coworkers had to send me their email address they wanted to use for our work fantasy football league. So that's what that was. Did you realize you totally forgot to send me to it? Oh, Phantoms? Oh, god damn it. Tell her not to use any Phillies players? Now I'm gonna dox Bracey. God damn it, Bracey. Checked your work computer when this went off? Whoops. Nah, that was me. Unfortunately, I don't unplug. And I worked from home today too. And I use my home computer for work a lot because it's actually, you know, better than my laptop and or even remoting into my desktop from my laptop. My desktop at work is just not as good as the one I'm using now. So I just use this for work, and I VPN in to our network and work off of this. Swedish, now you've been adopted. I don't see the papers. Show me your papers, Bracey. Okay. I think I am done chatting on Teams now. I don't mind Teams, though. I miss Skype. We used to use Skype before we switched to Teams, but they're like, yeah, we have to use a product that's actually going to get supported long term. I'm like, I guess you're right. Yeah, the good old days of Skype. But I do like Teams, and I do like the Microsoft Suite in general. In my day-to-day, I use the Microsoft Suite, and I use the Adobe Suite. I use DocuSign. I use Smartsheet. I don't even want to think how much my work spends on software licensing. So boy, it's gotta be a lot. Yeah, I think I made way too many pickaxes after making way too few pickaxes. I am so good at things. Bring back MSN. I never used MSN. So I unfortunately don't have the nostalgia for it. MSN was a thing in the US. It wasn't, you know, like, I guess it was one of the top ones. AIM was probably the biggest one for teenagers, kids and teenagers. MSN was, I think, for the older crowd. Alright, well, we will be back to base soon. I'll be able to shove all these pickaxes in a chest, grab a shit ton of cobble, and we can keep moving. God, it feels like we've been going so much longer than we have tonight. But that's just because I started so goddamn late today. I was actually working a bit of overtime for work, and I lost track of time. Alright, shout out to my PC's audio glitching there. Sorry if you guys heard that. I also saw those particle effects for the Wandering Trader. It was fun. But I've been working on a lot of fun things at work lately, so I want to get back to it. I'm excited to get back to it next week. One of the big things I've been working on is I've actually started to teach myself how to use Power Automate and Power Apps. And you can do a lot of fun stuff with that. I demoed something this past week for my boss's boss, and he liked it. So we're gonna probably start implementing it for one of the things I've built out. My boss should play Fortnite with us. My boss doesn't know how to play video games, my direct supervisor. I'm sure she would suck at video games. No offense if she ever stumbles across this. Please don't stumble across this. But I don't think she would take offense at it. My boss's boss is probably also not great at video games, but probably knows how to use a controller at least. Are they boomers? They're not boomers. They're not boomers. They're probably, you know, cusp. Gen X is younger than boomers, right? Is Gen X younger than boomers? Do I have to show them how to turn on the Wi-Fi? I do not, luckily. Yeah, I think they're Gen X. I mean, my boss has, you know, younger children. My boss's boss has, like, college-age kids. So, you know, they're not boomers per se. And they do understand technology better than most, but that's kind of the nature of the work we do as well. You know, I like my work. I like the people I work with. Happy where I'm at right now. It's a lot of chicken noises. I'll throw the pickaxes in... I'll just throw them in dirt for now. And I will keep... I honestly won't really keep much on me. I'll keep this on me. Rotten flesh goes here. Snowballs get dumped. And I'll fill up on cobble the rest of the way. You know, let me do another breeding session with these guys. Probably shouldn't have worded it like that. That's how we're doing it. There you go. In Renly/Braysky, I will reach out to y'all tomorrow to start scheduling some 40 Tomorrow is the day I'm gonna finally reach out to people and try to get things set up. Ida would be so pissed. I mean, yeah, but they're probably busy, like, yelling at a beef jerky company or something. I don't know. Something just odd. What I expect from them at this point. And not actually helpful. What about Katniss? I'll give you that one, Renly. That was solid. Kita! Lois would have also been a good answer there. Alright. They're not fighting anymore. What about to know about the cow driving a cart? Of course they are. What is that negatively impacting? Huh? Grab my cobble. And we're off to the races once more. No idea, that's fair. Alright. Now we get to just, be double-fisted. Okay. I guess I'll stop reading the news. Seems to be some cleanup to be done around some of this pressure. Oh, I still have eggs on me. Well, that sucks. Inventory space I could have used. But I want to make sure that, my goal of this outside area is making sure that I have everything up to sea level on the outer side of things. So if I find gaps in the ground to my right, I'm going to plug them as I go. Take a good enough glance at that. Almost back. This has been a cozy stream so far, so thank you guys for hanging out with me as we chit-chat and vibe, listen to some lo-fi, and play some break blocks. Blah, 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 blah. And get tongue-tied. Okay. Let's start drama. God. Just ask me any question about food. There you go. Hundreds and thousands. Banned. Mods, rustle their jimmies. Focus ball nerve. What do you... Does that exist? Do I have a new fear unlocked? What? Having a man's leg that makes the balls go wild. Don't phrase it like that. That is... Oh, God. Dear God. Probably for better rather than for worse. I can't imagine what my balls going wild would be like. I think that's probably for the best. I don't have that forbidden knowledge. Alright, well that one's just rude, Braysky. Jesus Christ. I feel like that's not even the right grammatical way to say that, honestly. I could be wrong. Don't say peener explosion, man. I don't even know what that means. It is reassuring, though, that I have less cursed knowledge than I think I do in the grand scheme of things. Larry, I have so much regret in life. Becoming my Gen X boss. God. I think I am because I'm becoming more and more okay with that with every passing day. It is less of a threat than it used to be. Because you're both the Mitruja. I don't know. I guess I've been out of the loop with all my life BS going on. Isn't that Braze 43? Yeah. Yeah. It is. Doesn't Brisky have like an old man name too? Forget. Get a little more whimsy in my life. Do I? Is that a fact? Are we sure? Clarence. Clarence Ski the Third. Congrats on your 27th pop, Renly. You're almost halfway to a decade. You're the chosen one. No Bray's name. Like who's Sarah? It'd be really funny if Sarah didn't know Bracey's real name at this point. Who are you people? Bracey, is that to me or to Renly? Me? Yeah. I mean, it's out there places. I'm not like heavily guarding it necessarily, but I just, you know, want to make it not easy for people to stumble across. Pretty safe is also Sarah. Doxed. Cause there are some people who know my name, even my last name, through doing fantasy sports with them online. Because my account for that is tied to my real identity. Office Madness. Yo, what up, Squirrel? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Love it. But I also, like, at the very beginning of being in the community, the, like, general community we're all kind of floating around in, and, even, I think when I started streaming as well, I had my old first and last name in my, RIP Twitter, display name. Before I was like, oh yeah, this isn't just for, like, me as a high school student anymore. I should probably, you know, make this a little less transparent into my life. Is my surname Man 101? Yeah, it's really, they get it wrong all the time. They put the 0 in there, and then I have to like go back the next day to get them to correct it on my documents. Annoying. Need to know my name. All everyone knows my whole. Ooh, well, there's 46 parts for you to endure. Oh, I love that's a new global emote, right? For Twitch, I love that emote. Vibin' cat. Coming up on at least some semblance of a shoreline here. A couple fewer blocks per column here. Hell yeah, I love that emote. Chat, I'm feeling talkative, AMA. I'm realizing I really didn't talk to a human too much today. I didn't have any meetings for work, so I wasn't in any voice calls, and I didn't even have that many Teams messages or emails to reply to. A little dry. Do I like horse? It's a little gamey, but you know, could be worse. I don't eat horses. Oh, is the glorp emote gone? I do remember that AI one they had though. Yeah, I didn't see anyone saying this one was on Blue Sky, and I feel like I would have seen something about it if it was. Okay, no, glorp's still there. I now understand that Screw was referencing glorp for the emote thing at first. I understand now. Oh, I didn't clean out this iceberg. I didn't realize this was... oh, I just forgot to clean that out, huh? Well, I have half a pickaxe on me. This question or questions, glorp? I am just... I like how I ask people ask me questions that I'm not even understanding the premise of questions. The fuck? Glorp, yes, please. Oh, chat, we can also talk about Lucy. Lime's new puppy that I get to see tomorrow. And that, Pastry gifted a sub to. What was my worst collab? That's actually an easy question. Unopoly, next question. I think Unopoly was my longest collab. Because I usually like stream a long time, but of course collabs, a lot of people don't stream that long, so they don't tend to be as long in general. But that one was. Both times. I mean, the second time was much faster than the first time. Because somehow we're getting good at Unopoly. Which is, I don't know if I want that. Let's see how much of this I can use a pickaxe for. Before it dies. And I forgot, I don't know if anyone remembers, but I've done a 12-hour stream before. I did like a few different collabs during that too. I mean, and also I guess 2-1 right now I technically could. I don't think I have enough energy to though. But time-wise I could. I think my March Madness stream, was that my birth? Was it a birthday stream or was it just the March Madness stream, where I did like 6 collabs in one stream? No settle for 11. Take it or leave it. I remember doing like 6 collabs in one day that I organized all of them, and most of it I think was Mario Party. Wild times. That was also when I would say the general community was like quote unquote bigger than it is now. Especially in terms of streamers, I feel like we've lost a lot of streamers over the years. Still, you know, strong community. Our period internet. What's that installation? I need out. I mean, yeah, I guess we did add Squirrel as a streamer. We have added some as well, but I think we've lost some. That reminds me, I should go through my Twitch following list, yeah, again, and take out anyone inactive. call you out like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Squirrel. You know, to make it up to you, let's Brisky, can we shout out Squirrel? Just to make it up for him for calling him out, let's shout him out. He's gonna unfollow you. Just stream Fortnite when we play. Don't even know if your rig would be able to handle that. Where am I? Don't forget the nuts. You know, I now I won't, since you reminded me. Thank you, Squirrel. We were playing Peak last too. Hell yeah. I have not played Peak yet, but Zufio bought it for me. He was very kind. So I will be playing it hopefully next week. I have to figure out a group. I know I'm gonna play with Clover, but I have to figure out who else to play with. Load it up right now. No, I'm saving it for when I play with Clover because I think it would be fun for them. For it to be the first time I played to be with them. Would hold up, then you'd have to talk to strangers. You're the weirdest streamer I've ever met. Here's where all the stuff you've been mining is going to. Just tossing it out and it's landing on the mountain. It was very fun. I had a funny interaction with Clover, I think it was yesterday actually. I was getting ready to go to bed after stream and everything. And I was logged into my Steam, so I see on the side of my screen at 1 a.m. Cold Brew Clover has launched Peak. And I'm like, 1 a.m.? Really? And they were like, hey, don't call me out for this. Apparently they were going for some achievements or something because they played on the map earlier in the day and the map apparently resets every day. And they knew they could do some stuff with the map that was currently live. Only you can stream with people you know in chat you'd like it. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, discoverability on Twitch is terrible. So depending on, you know, what category you're in, you might not get anyone. Just put yourself in a weird game category. Then it'll only really go out to your followers. Just a quick run, yeah. I don't even know how long those runs take for Peak. I know so little about the game, kind of on purpose at this point. So I can kind of go in fresh to it. In the Concord directory. Now, it has to be a directory that exists, friendly. How discoverable are you in no category? I guess that is no category a category? I don't actually know the answer to that question. I forgot you can set yourself to no category. It would be kind of dumb if no category was its own category. Anthem, God. Friendly, stop! They're already dead! Outlive Concord? God, I mean... I will to live outlive Concord. No tags or category could work. Interesting. I mean, I guess even if... Because, I mean, no tags, of course, there's nothing to search on there. But if no category somehow even counts as a category, even that alone would really, you know, make it hard to find you. So, there you go, Bracey. You have some options now. I could also see Bracey just, like, starting a stream, but having his chat in, like, a sub-only mode, emote-only, like 500 minutes between messages and just turning off his chat while he streams and just being like, hey, if you want to chat, be in this personal Discord I set up and chat in there. Let's put that shit on lockdown. It's actually really funny to me now, the idea of having a chat in like 30-minute slow mode and just seeing how the conversations go or don't go. With people only able to respond every 30 minutes. Not only, but subtly Renly only chat. I mean, I still have a Renly section of my raid command. Renly's still immortalized there. It was so iconic for a while that I had to add it in. I could just go around, but I'm lazy. Well, I'm almost out of cobble, so we're gonna have to take a trip back soon. We are not even halfway around the outside for getting the outside layer to sea level at least. Hey, chat, something I have to do in the morning, unless somehow after stream I find the energy to do it, is I have to, in my bathroom, I have to get everything out from under the sink, and I have to, do a little plumber work, and, try to unclog it a little bit, because I think there's something clogging it. Why did I leave so much ice past attempts of this? Gross. It's blue ice, I think. Stop flipping it if you can't make me. That's the fun part. Surely that'll go well. That's why I'm taking everything out from under there, because I know, you know, there's a chance of spillage. But I mean, it's a drain, so it's not like I'm gonna have everything go anywhere. The worst case scenario is that I break it and can't use that sink for a while. That is like the worst case scenario. Oh, this is already kind of blocked off. Interesting. Have you not got any stuff to pour down the drain, like drain unclogging stuff? I mean, I maybe could, but I think it's more effective to just go straight to the source. Because especially if it's like air and stuff, which I think it is, at least in part, that will help less. Like a Drano kind of deal. Not be as effective. In worst case, it is literally an apartment. I can, you know, just ask the building super to look at it. But I don't want them to, like, try to claim I broke something and try to make me pay extra fees and shit. I'm gonna try to do it the Marf way first. Yep. Woo. I'll just take damage there. Oh, jeez, alright. Alright, that's not perfect, but I will live with what it is. Oh, I actually missed a bunch of this area with the ice. That's cringe, Honor. I am out of pickaxes now. Yeah, alright, I'm over it. There will be some future problems to deal with. With ice being here and water at the walls. I'm still minimizing it greatly through the rest of this process, so. But there's a lot of ice down here. I can't see. I don't have a pickaxe. We're just calling it quits here. And there is very little area this is actually going to affect. And it is just the edges, so. Yeah. I can live with my minute mistakes this time. Alright, chat. Before we make the run back, I'm gonna go grab a little Advil for my sore shoulders. They're actually a little painful. I'd rather not be in pain right now. I'm gonna try to do something about it. So I will be right back. Sorry, shut up, back. Couldn't find the Advil, which is actually a good thing because it just means I haven't used it in a while. Able to find some. For the Advil, thank you, Squirrel. Appreciate it. Alright, alright. Back to it. Alright, supposed to be running back, which... Phantoms. Back is this way. A lot of phantoms. Ow. Ow. I forgot I technically didn't break this pickaxe, just left it close to death. ourselves back to base. And I need food again. Of course I do. Okay, Alright, I think I'm just going to grab one more pickaxe. Then grab cobble and we'll head on back. Got so much cobble. Alright. Off we go. No reason to stick around. turn? Come on. Yo, is that a raid? A Charlie raid? Let's go. Yo, welcome on in. Fairlian Raiders. For anyone new here, coming on in. Wah! My name is MarfMan101, aka Marf. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot of multiplayer, co-op, and challenge gaming, and today I am feeding my brain all the good serotonin. What I am doing today is I am working on a 2000 by 2000 block hole in Minecraft. I'll explain more if people care, but mostly I'm doing this because it makes my brain do the happy chemicals. But thank you all so much for coming on into the raid. More importantly, thank you for supporting Charlie and all of their endeavors. Charlie, how was it? Was your it was an anniversary event, right? That's what you're doing today? What you had going on? I was seeing your Blue Sky posts about it. Very cool, very fun. I hope it all went well. Affiliate party? Hell yeah. I hope it went all of the well. And I hope you all had a blast. But Minecraft's been great. It's been very nice, very chill. A good way to end a long week. There's a vibe, and place some blocks, man. Place some blocks, mine some blocks. It's been good. If anyone has to raid run, I completely understand. Thanks for popping on in with the raid. Yo, decompress, self-care, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for the raid. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Who else came into the raid? We got Sleepy. We got Shawnee Pop. We got Sammy Sprinkles. Tomato Dog Art. Welcome on in. All of these new friends to the channel. Thank you, thank you. We got chill vibes today. In general, I go back and forth between chill vibes and chaotic vibes, so we'll get a little bit of everything here. Doing this today. Next week, we're gonna do some, probably play some Peak. We're gonna play some Lockdown Protocol with people. We'll probably get back to trying to finish Kingdom Hearts 1 Proud Mode. We might start up The Witness. We got that coming up. Got a lot of games coming up in the pipeline. Probably do some Mario Party again soon. If any of those sound up your alley, feel free to drop a follow and stick around. A little more insight into what I'm doing right now with this whole endeavor is I wanted to make a big hole in Minecraft. So I started up a new world and was starting to plan everything out. And I'm like, all right, I will start at the coordinate 1000, 1000. And then I'll just make a big old hole from there. And then I was starting to make the outer side of it. And I was like, well, wait a minute. This is going to be a lot bigger than I thought. I started at 1000, 1000. I was like, all right, I'll do like 0, 0 to 1000, 1000. But I'm like, no, that's not satisfying because it's not centered around 0, 0. 0, 0 is a corner, and that's not as satisfying. That's not, you know, edges meeting and all that good stuff. So it's like, all right, I guess I'll just make it 4 times the initial size. which is why we are at 2000 by 2000 right now. We're doing from 1000 1000 to negative 1000, negative 1000. And I have done 2 rows around the perimeter right now of getting everything in the perimeter actual line to be to sea level. And then I realized, like, well, wait a minute. This outside is supposed to cradle in my hole. It's supposed to support it from the outside. So I can't have that full of water and ice and all that stuff too. So I decided we'll take a little break from going around the perimeter. And I will go around the outside and make sure that there's a nice little bucket to hold the whole hole in. That's what we're up to now. As for the music, I'm just playing a Stream Beats lo-fi gaming playlist on Spotify. Owie. Water does not make good air. Or you know. Bit more ouchie damage here. Ow. Ow. Whoop. One more line of this, and then we'll stop having to deal with ice deals, just the water. So hopefully less drowning. Kind of ironic that the solid ice made me more likely to drown than just the water on its own. Another iceberg coming up, though. Not happy. Actually, quite cringe. forgetting today's Friday for a minute. I'm like, oh no, how am I gonna deal with work tomorrow? And I'm like, it just won't. I'm not legally required to be there. Oh, hey, buddy. Guess it is nighttime, huh? Okay, this actually is not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Not a deep one. Oh, that's blue ice. Yikes. Okay, so it is blue ice, but at least it's not deep blue ice. God, and Raiders, if you see me, like, messing with my shoulders a lot, it's because I'm in the middle of physical therapy for scoliosis. They have been working my shoulders real hard lately. So I have been dealing with that. That's a lot of ground being created. What's all that about? Yikes. Like there's a zombie spawner, but they're just turning the drown. Oh. Was that what I thought I heard? It was, but it's turning daytime. You have much little power here. I start burning, thank you. Yeah. Phantoms. I keep forgetting to sleep when I go back to my home base. Keep burning, please. Thank you. Goodbye. Drowned her on my ass now. Everything's annoying. Are we good? So take a second to regroup here. Come on. Annoying. If you're gonna be annoying, just finish the job. Creeper. Hopefully he doesn't deal with the water. There's still drown near me? Gracious. There it is. Hey, buddy, come here. Oh, it was my armor that broke. I was like, my sword's still in my hand. What broke? Oh. Whoops. Where am I? There we go. It's a little dark at the bottom of the ocean sometimes. Glad I haven't had to worry about food in a while today, but I feel like I've still gone through a lot of food today. I mean, I've run a lot as well, running thousands and thousands of blocks, but still. I'm being unreasonable and wanting infinite food. As I was thinking about food, I was thinking about my chickens, and I'm absolutely gonna need to start holding a couple stacks of eggs as emergency repopulation tools. Should really start doing that, like, ASAP. Alright, we're almost out of cobble again. It's time to take another trip back. Still have quite a few inventories left before we reach into this AC water area. But luckily we have chests and chests full of cobblestone back at base. So we will have enough to make it through. It's also starting to turn night again here, which is not great considering the phantoms were on my ass yesterday. And they're not gonna relent just because I ask nicely. Gives it a chance to swim fast, but looks played Minecraft. You don't remember being able to dive that quickly down. Yeah, so that is a part of an update. It's not even an engine at this point. They did, I don't remember when the update was, but they did make an update to make swimming a little better. So if you sprint in the water now, you actually like swim instead of just floating around. So you can just move a little faster in the water. You can also descend faster by holding shift. I'm like toggling shift here, or control, or whatever it is, whatever your crouch button is. I might have mine set backwards, I don't remember. But also if you're in the water walking normally, you still go slow, but if you hit the sprint key, you move a little faster. So it is nice. They added a lot more like sea creatures and stuff to the water as well. You can actually visually see fish now, at least some of them. And those fish you can actually hit with your sword and stuff and to collect them. Just so it's a little easier than having to use a fishing rod to go fishing and get fish. I'll show an example here. There's some little fishies swimming around here. It's in the water. You can whack them. Now, when these guys are phantoms, which are chew like a bear, yeah, absolutely, just grab them straight out of the water. These are phantoms, which are monsters that only appear at night and only if you hadn't slept in 3 in-game days, I think. And they're very annoying when I am not near a bed. Ow. Yeah, Minecraft has added a lot over the years. They're consistently adding stuff. A lot of it's pretty cool. Especially for kind of tedious projects like the one I'm doing, it's nice to be able to move faster in the water, for sure. Let me get a little more fish in me. I can start regenning a little bit. It's turn daytime, so they leave. I don't know how they're such good swimmers. It feels illegal. You're from the sky. You don't belong in the sea. Oh, that squid got in my way. Piss off! Hide over here for a second. Regen and make bearings. Ugh. Yeah. Squid does not understand the concept of the wall I put up there. Nope. Ow. Okay. Myself a second. The snow makes it difficult too. Okay. Gonna get hit here, alright. Yup, called it. Why is the night so long? Yeah, speaking of bears, I assume you haven't seen this in the game yet either. They have polar bears now. Little polar bear buddies. They're very cute. I assumed you'd appreciate that from your vibes. And it's interesting, they even have polar bear cubs. And there's a mechanic where if there are polar bear cubs and you get too close, the parents will attack you. This is being protective. Which is a very nice feature. I am with that. Do you like how they feel the world? Absolutely. We're adding stuff above the surface, in the water, the ground. Adding a little bit of everything. Where's the sun? Ow, not you. Squid is still having a heck of a time, huh? Actually, being stuck between those two icebergs were making it much harder for them to swoop on me, so that was nice for a little bit at least. Coming to the end of it now. We are almost out of cobble for this run. I'll have to check what my coordinates are then, because I feel like I still have a long ways to go to get this little bowl set for my whole bowl. Ow. Deserve that. Owie. This guy's gonna break my armor. Wasn't doing too hot before this anyway. Daytime yet? Jeez Louise. Ow. Alright, we got one more column, well, one more partial column after this. We can just start booking it back. Alright. Back to home base we go. Wait, I want to check my coordinates. We are at positive 122, heading toward negative 1,000. We have over 1,000 blocks in this direction, and then that's halfway around the perimeter. Yikes. Plenty left to do. But, gotta work it out for us, that's for sure. Alright, chat, we're gonna head back to our home base now. Get our inventory all set and ready to go. And then, we'll be done for the day. Gonna prep for next time. Be all nice and cozied up. And we'll be ready to go. Also, reminder, chat, no more streams this weekend. I'm going to visit Limes for the weekend. So I'll be traveling to New York in the morning. Meeting her new puppy. And spending some good quality time with her. But we'll be back with streams probably Monday, if not, and then Tuesday. And I'm planning to have at least 2, if not more than that, collabs next week. I'll be doing some scheduling with peeps this weekend. Appreciate you all for hanging out today so far. Wrapping up in probably 10 or so minutes. But I appreciate it greatly. Rain. And out of the rain and the snow. Alright, we're in the straightaway, which means we're almost back to base. Alright, but I need to nom on some food so I don't start crawling. And there we go. Area's coming into the distance. Alright. So, quick tour for anyone hanging out that wants to see. So I have my chest here, my true misc that I've gotten on my travels. My valuables from mining. Copper, coal, some obsidian. A little bit of lapis, emerald, redstone. I've been staying basically on the surface, so I don't really have anything from below. And any iron that I had on top of this iron has gone into armor and tools, so that's gone. Here's all the wood I've been collecting from chopping down trees that are in my way. Random assorted plants and food material. We got misc blocks, plenty of dripstone, some mossy cobblestone stone, grass block, moss block, and a bunch of wool. Got mob drops, rotten flesh, a lot of leather, a lot of feathers, arrows from skellies, etc. Dirt chests. I'm out of dirt right now. I'm using this to store extra pickaxes. Gravity blocks, no sand and gravel. I use those up really quickly. My mini farm. My horde of chickens that will be culled soon for sustenance. But I did realize I should keep some eggs on me, so I'll do that. And all my stone chests from all the mining I've been doing. It's wild that half of these chests are from here left. Used to be full, but now they're empty because of all the blocks I've been placing. Trying to get rid of the water as best I can. So many chickens? Yes. They have been doing a good job of multiplying while I've been gone. Or I guess they haven't been multiplying while I'm gone, but, you know, multiplying while I'm here and tending to them. But they will soon meet an untimely fate. Help get rid of water. Squirrel, you're gonna make me drink the water? Yep, alright. Thanks, squirrel. Cheers! But yeah, like it says in my title, this is part 46 of me doing this. So if I had to say how many hours it is, it's probably been about 200 hours of me working on this project. So I've had time to collect a bunch of cobble. Let me also repopulate a little bit. Do I still have seeds? No, pretty much I'm out of seeds. I'll use the rest of these seeds. Is this adult yet? It is actually, okay. Grab this, it'll give us a couple more seeds as well. And let's do a little bit more of this. Alright. I got 200 hours, so you're looking forward to every minute in the whole. Hell yes, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun working on this, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I'm gonna wait until night so I can sleep again, so that way I can avoid the phantoms next time. Other than that, I will be getting ready to wrap up here. Yeah, unfortunately the chickens will not be sticking around, but they will be a nice source of fuel for this project. Well, I guess something else I can show off real quick for is it Shiny Pop? I think it is Shiny Pop. Is I can't get too close because it's risky, but there is underwater temples now with like monsters, and there's like gold and sponges in it and stuff. And there's one pretty close to my like base of operations here, so I can show you the outside of it a little bit before I start getting haunted and targeted by monsters. Oh wait, is it not? I thought it was. Oh, maybe it's just oh, it's not that. It's just okay. I thought this was a whole thing. This is just a little piece of ruins. Or water ruins. There are usually goodies in here. Yeah. A little chest of goodies. I won't be taking it out of principle. But yeah. Added some nice little water monuments and stuff to keep the oceans more interesting. Yeah. Head back to base. It's sundown now, so I'll be able to sleep. I'll fill my inventory full of cobblestone again to remind myself what I was doing with my life next time I log in. And we will be good to go for the day. Very cool. Yeah. I wish it was the underwater temple, because that's even larger and cooler. That reminds me of a different project I did in Minecraft where I completely took the water out of an underwater temple to make it like walkable. That was a very long project as well. Okay, I'm gonna replace this pickaxe with a fresh one. Grab one last round of eggs because I heard a bunch of them pop out. Save those for later. cobble here. There we go. There's some in my other hand so I can dual wield cobblestone. Take a quick nappy. Hey. Thank you. And we'll be done. You remember that? Yeah. I was back on the Madstone server. We were doing that a while ago. Alright. Well, anyway, YouTube, that is where we will wrap it up here. Thanks so much for watching. We're up to part 46 now, part 50 coming soon to a Marf near you. The chickens are very annoying clucking in this outro, but it happens. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I love you. Bye-bye, YouTube.